Good morning, alpha traders. Share a screen here. What screen do we share with these alpha traders in this lovely Discord where people can watch this live stream there as well? Not just on TradingView, not just on YouTube or Twitch. We don't really care about YouTube, but well, TradingView, Twitch, the Discord. That's what we're talking about. And I'm just going to come right on out on this, this April 12th, this Wednesday morning, and just say, wow, stupid people really irk me. I mean, oh my God. Ugh. How is humanity not eating itself already? That's all I want to know. I don't even know how we're all still here with the amount of stupidity on this planet. Blows my freaking mind. That is, geez. You're probably going, what happened to Bilbo this morning? Dealing with dumb people. That's what happened to him. Oh, boy. Let's see here. We got going on besides Bitcoin being at the top of its weekly range. Let's see here. Let's give BTC its own window here. All right. Look at that beautiful thing. Looky here. Looky here. All right, guys, gals. Let's bring this in a little bit. We're going to go to the beginning of the week. There we go. Bring it in. Bring it in. Man, there we go. So, all right, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, so we open up the new week. TradingView, dude, you were irking me too. I hate stupid platforms that don't work properly either. I need more coffee. Yes, sir. Arctic. What a ride indeed. Let me get in the voice chat. If you don't know how to get in the alpha voice chat, just hover your mouse over where it says alpha voice and you'll see a window pop up, open chat. Just click on that bad boy. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. So we open up the new week. Right before the close of last week, what do the bulls do? They're literally, you see this white, or you see this yellow dotted line? That was the center of last week's weekly range. Right before the end of the week, the bulls run it up. Why did they run it up here? And then we get this pullback, right? The bears hammer them down. Well, it was at first standard deviation, normal distribution on the last 4-hour candle. But what else is going on here? The bulls were pushing it up to open up above the new weekly. I talk about this all the time. I don't know if it goes in people in one ear and out the other, but look, this is something we witness almost every week, almost every day, right? This is why these volatility ranges are so important. So let's get back to it. The bears tried to push it down, wasn't having it. So what did the bulls do, right? We had this little bit of sideways action, right? And see this down move right here? On low time frames, this was the entry. This was the entry. There was bull div on several low time frames. Did the bulls use that as a launch pad? They sure did. And within literally 2 days, Bitcoin goes to the first weekly resistance level from that volatility range. Second resistance level to that weekly volatility range. And yesterday sent a wick to the dollar to the third and final resistance level of the weekly volatility range. Okay, then pulls back immediately. And why did it? Right when this hit, there was bear div on low time frames, right? So we get the pullback right to the top side of the daily 68.3 Laplace distribution range. Now here we are. We just ran it up, sent a wick right to the 68.3 Laplace distribution range to the top side on the daily candle today. This is why we talk about the distribution all the time. And I am fired up today because I've been dealing with dumbasses all morning. So you're going to get the good Bilbo today. He's out. He woke up, chose violence today. Tired of stupid people dicking around, man. I really am. People that don't pay attention, and I'm not talking about the alpha trading Discord. I'm talking about in general. People that just don't pay attention to life in general. The things that they're involved in drives me insane. Insane. Because I'm on top of shit, right? And so when I see other people slacking like that, it drives me nuts. I'm sure there's other people in here right now that can attest to it as well. Let me see. P-Funk got something to say.
You can't unteach stupidity, man.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. You've been drinking too much tap water.
Yeah. How's it going?
Filter your tap water, people. They're trying to kill you.
Question real quick.
Yes, sir.
Don't you think this is a little bizarre? These stocks were flying and the dollar's dropping.
Dude, anymore.
I sold the minis up here. I mean, nicely, but I'm just saying, like, there's something wrong with the dollar falling off a cliff like this. And stocks running up.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not surprised at all. The way everything's been happening lately, it's just, dude, right? Who knows? But I know we had some of the numbers came in and beat like the let's see here. Let me pull these up.
The core didn't. That's what I'm saying. Core's not decelerating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the core stayed the same, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, core stayed the same. When do we got? When are these? When are the FOMC minutes? Oh, two.
Tomorrow is it?
No, it's today.
O'clock. It's either 10 o'clock or tomorrow.
It says 1400. It's at 2 o'clock today.
Oh, 2. I'm sorry.
Won't be. Thank God we have these little TradingView gives us a little news I actually want to see. Like, what time is this coming out? Right when those inflation numbers, all right, boom, Bitcoin runs a 68.3. We saw the minis fly up with 15-minute candle. Everything did pre-market, and literally before that pre-market, most things were down a little bit from what I saw. I mean, I was making coffee and dealing with dogs and stuff, but I was looking at charts a little bit, and things were down. Boy, as soon as those numbers came out, man, they went flying. So be careful. And Bitcoin is at the top of its weekly range. I mean, nailed it. That's why I put this chart in the chat yesterday. And I just put, yep, yep. No need to muddle it up with words. It speaks for itself. And the reason why we covet this chart, it's very, very, very powerful when you understand how to read this thing. And the fact on Tuesday we hit the top of the weekly range, not mind-blowing, because when BTC's in bull mode, man, it runs like nothing else. It's incredible. I mean, 2K, right? Boom, boom. Why everybody's just like, oh, no, this isn't sustainable. God, I saw one of my favorite guys, too, dogging Bitcoin. Did anybody else see Keith McCullough talking about Bitcoin? Fade the FOMO and all that, dude. I couldn't even watch it. I watched like the first 30 seconds. I had to turn it off. I was like, my boy's dogging Bitcoin. Well, those guys at Tasty Trade, they're doing backflips and shit. Pretty funny. But I mean, he's just, I think it's somebody that, he talks about crypto all the time for just whatever reason. And I love the models he uses. I don't understand what he's not seeing though. Right. Yeah. And I'll tell you why, because he understands implied volatility. I believe he's a smart guy too. Really smart guy. But when it comes to volatility percentile, our AVR indicator, our entropy indicator, the returns oscillator, none of these guys are using this stuff. Not that I'm aware of, right? And if they are, they're being smart about it. They're not talking about it. But some of the things I see him say, I'm just like, interesting, right? And I'm not tooting my own horn, right? I haven't been in these markets for decades like these guys. But when I come in a decade ago and just see the way everything's operating, and then we put our trading system together, and then it really gives you insight into what these algorithms are doing, changes everything. Then you're looking at all these other people that are supposed to know what they're doing. You're like, what? You need VEPS in your life, my friend. They all do, right? Everybody needs a VEPS in their life. I mean, God, if you don't have this information, what are you doing, right? What are you doing? And I like Hedgeye a lot. That video bummed me out. I was like, oh, Keith, come on, man. You need some volatility percentile in your life, brother. That's what you need. Okay. So I just wanted to show that on BTC. So here we are, Wednesday, right? We're only on Wednesday, third trading day for Bitcoin, and this thing is already at the top of the weekly. Can it bust through the top side of these ranges? Because here's the whole volatility range, or here is just the weekly, all right? The center of the volatility range and its wings, all right? Then you've got first level resistance, second level, third level, done. But here's the thing. Let's pull this up here. Where is the monthly? Come on. You going to drag for me? There it goes. We do got another monthly level up here. Where are you? Because if this breaks through the top side of this weekly, that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to look for this thing running to the top side of the monthly. There we go. There is, what level is that? Let us drop a little more. Let me scale this down. Let's find out. There was the weekly. Scroll this down even more. There's the top side of the monthly, right? Top side of the monthly was at, let me see here. Pretty sure I remember. Yeah, 27K, remember? 27K. So since the beginning of this month, man, this thing is starting to make a move. Every week it's pushing to the top side of these volatility ranges. So there is the first, is that the first or second? Give me a thing. Wow, that's only the first. That is powerful, man. This thing could move. This thing really could move. So we're talking 31.9 is the first resistance level on the monthly. Then we got the second one up here at 35,358. And I believe there's one up here at 41. Yep, 41.5. So that's the top of the monthly range. And you can see what's happening right now, these weekly ranges, right? The distribution levels. The distribution levels. Here's the 99.7 Laplace on the daily today, up here at about 33,379. Here's the fifth standard deviation normal distribution. We're slowly acquiring these volatility ranges on the monthly. Every time we push up, man, all these distribution levels are going to push higher into this monthly range. There is something to that. All right, beauty. Go Bitcoin. Thing is acting like a dog. Let's see here. All right, let me put this back on. Let me reload this chart. Actually, I might reload quicker if I just hit it back. Let's see. Where are you? 8. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to have to remember that next time. Not to fully reset the chart. Just hit the, right? And then if anybody doesn't know, if you have TradingView, click up here. You can change your layouts. Obviously, I got premium level, so you can do a lot of stuff, which comes in real handy, especially if you have a lot of monitors. You can set up some cool charts. You really can. It'll really help you out a lot. Let's see here. What's getting here? Beep. Where is going off? If boom. What you posting there? All right. So yeah. So the dollar. What is happening here? Oh, that's right. I gotta put the dollar back up here. When I change that bad boy, you put Bitcoin where Dixie was. We'll fix that real quick. There we go. Yeah, I mean, that was dead on when the news came out, right? The news. Not just the inflation numbers. Thing dumped. Where to? Where to go to? You see this white line right here? Did it get through the blue cross line? That's first standard deviation on the daily, right? Get tapped all the time. 68.3% chance daily candle doesn't close below that. Do you see where the wick went? These skinny lines, those are 4-hour distribution levels, and it nailed the 99.7 Laplace. Did it pull up? Yeah. There is literally on this 4-hour candle on Dixie, this first 4-hour candle, there's a 99.7% chance it does not close below 101.5. Okay, that's when you start learning about these probabilities, you start to realize what they really mean. Right? What they really mean. And you've got this 4-hour 99.7 Laplace right below the 1 SD on the daily. This is going to be, during this 4-hour candle, some support down here for the dollar. That's exactly why this stopped. Right? Everybody can give a million reasons why they think that 15-minute candle stopped right there and pulled back up. We know why. We know why. We know what the algos are doing. All right? Me and Matt were having a good time talking about it yesterday. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing that people don't see this stuff, right? I mean, our reach isn't that great, right? That's probably some of our fault. We're a bunch of boomers that really, I mean, I can't stand social media. I'm not going to lie about it. I'm knee-deep in it, trying to give it a go. Discords and Twitters. Obviously no Facebook. Can't stand that, but my goodness gracious, man. It is so obvious. It's so blatantly obvious what's going on in these markets when you get these indicators, but people are just in total denial. Total denial. And the ones that do get it, when they do see our stuff and they come in, they stay, man. They stay. They do see it. Yeah. Well, I don't have Facebook, Yasha. I did it one time. Started dating some girl, lived in Florida. I was down there on vacation, met her at a bar or something, was dating her. And she was like, well, we can communicate through Facebook. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. And she's like, oh, come on. So I set up an account. Yeah, oh, I know. I'm never on there either. Alpha Trading is on Facebook. Yeah, I know. You take care of all that, don't you? Funny. Yeah. No, you know. Don't you have to have a Facebook account to like look at other Facebook accounts? Am I correct? Yes, the Royal Eye. Yes, Yasha is the Royal Eye. He takes care of a lot of stuff. If you haven't checked out the upgrade on the website, go check it out. Go check it out. It's really cool. We're digging what Yasha's putting in overtime, man. Putting in the overtime. You know who else is putting in overtime? Solana. Can you smell the salami? Love that salami. Again, today, kicking some butt, man. Let me go over here to crypto real quick. Pretty sure it's leading the way again. 2 days in a row. Yeah, Solana today. Yesterday was finished 11% up. Today it's already up 6%. I don't think anything else is even. I'm not going to say that because I don't have a lot of cryptos up here, but a lot of cryptos are still down. You got Atom Link, AVAX up a little bit, Cardano up a little bit, ETH up a little bit. Once again, Grayscale, Bitcoin Trust up again, right? Look, that baby is climbing too, man. Every day, people are buying Bitcoin, man. I can't stand people, institutional people that just don't understand Bitcoin. That's why I was bummed on Keith, man, because I know he understands crypto, and I'm just like, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? You got big bags somewhere else? What are you, long dollar or something? What's wrong? Somebody peeing your coffee? Guarantee you there's an ulterior motive for that. I mean, it's just because I just don't understand why you would say that. Bitcoin, the bulls are in control. It's totally obvious. The dollar's weak. Totally obvious. God, I don't know why other people can't put all this together. Blows our minds. Real smart people, too. So come on. I deal with enough dum-dums. Let's have a smart guy party. Let's do that.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yes.
I like a smart guy.
Smart guy parties, man. Smart guy parties.
Sounds good.
And if you are...
Well, in regards to Keith, actually the reason why, and I actually respect Keith a lot for what he does, because at the end of the day, those guys live by rules. Yes. They don't care what the asset is. They don't care what's going on. If it's at top of their risk range, they're not buying. If it's at the bottom of the risk range, they're buying. So he lives by rules. That's it. He doesn't give a shit about the asset. So he doesn't care if Bitcoin's going to take over the world or not.
And we know
that's his.
Is that because I should have watched the video, because sometimes they'll just put clickbaity shit and then boom, it's exactly opposite of what you think it's going to be. But because of the title, I kind of only watched like the first 30 seconds. Got a bunch of shit going on.
Yeah. No, he was definitely like he's just not a fanboy of anything, which I have to respect. I mean, because at least he's not, he doesn't pick favorites.
So BTC,
he's looking for returns all the time.
So in BTC is at the top of their risk range.
Rules are to be a clickbait fanboy.
Yeah.
What's that?
Does that? I said, what if your rules are to be a clickbait fanboy? Does that count for discipline too?
Hell yeah.
Discipline matters. It's totally true. Discipline matters.
Yeah.
So is BTC at the top of Hedge Eye's risk range? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, that's what he was saying. Yep.
Well,
I think he actually said the number. I think it was his top of his risk range was 31 something.
Right, which the top of our risk range is the top of the weekly range. I mean, we're in agreement then. Yep. I've been talking about this.
I mean, I don't know how he calculates his ranges, but nonetheless, I mean, we're at least in the ballpark of where he is. I mean, I think ours are better, to be honest with you. Because, I mean, we know, I mean, like you were saying before, these are how the bots roll. I mean, they roll with volatility.
Yeah.
And these volatility models are what runs the market. I don't care what market you're talking about.
And here's
Forex, crypto, stocks, it doesn't matter. Of course, there's always outlier events and things that happen, but on the big macro picture, all of these high frequency trading firms and these people that move the markets, they all run on statistics. That's it, period. There's no game in town.
Yeah. You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see what their risk range was, because it's probably not that high.
But you know what? I used to subscribe to the crypto thing, and I don't have it anymore.
Well, because look what's at 31.8. Well, what if he's using the 68.3 Laplace distribution ranges, their risk ranges?
No, that'd be funny.
It would be funny. And do you think he would?
Before, and they didn't really line up with us, so I don't know what they were using, but yeah, it would be funny if maybe he incorporated some of that Laplace stuff in there.
Yeah, because it's literally 31.7, top side of the 68.3. And here's the thing about a firm like that. You think they're going to come out and say
Was that a monthly?
Yeah, this is the monthly.
Okay, yeah, it's monthly. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
And that's about right where he was. I think he said 31.5 or something like that, or 31.6.
That's true. I mean, that's in the area where the power means are for the weekly too. For the for the monthly. That's exactly right on the monthly and and then the what do you call them? The SD dev bands on the RMLR on the weekly. So
yeah, I'm wondering. Because he would definitely, if a firm like that, and if these distributions are part of what they do, you think they're going to tell people? No, hell no, they're not. They're gonna call it the quads or whatever. Everything they do, they've got a term they got terms they use that nobody else does. So who knows?
Yeah, they have their own system. It's a very good system. I mean, I highly respect that firm. I mean, those guys are very good at what they do, and I love that they go by rules, man. That's it, and that's really what we teach too. I mean, at the end of the day, you've got to come up with your own system. I mean, our system isn't nailed down to we're not going to tell you what to do. You've got to have your own system based on how you trade. We don't know what you're trading. Are you down on the 1 minute? Are you down on the weekly? Are you on the monthly? I don't know what. Who knows how you're individually trading? Maybe you're a mix of everything. But you have to make your own system with our tools. But our tools allow you to make a good system that works all the time, that you don't have to sit back and think about, well, I wonder if this is correct.
Right. Also,
that provides you.
Well, and also by following disciplined rules, you get to actually see consistency in your own performance in terms of like comparing what you did before and what you're doing now in terms of whether or not you're doing the right thing. But of course, if somebody makes repeated mistakes, then that's not good discipline. But the trick to learning from the mistakes is that, right? So that's why, it's like smart people do generally exhibit some form of discipline for the most part.
Rules
like trading.
Rules rule the roost, and remember, it's all about occurrences. So if I have a rules-based system that I've developed, and I go out of 10 trades, you're looking for a high win rate, and that's what we allow you to do with these tools. We give you a system that gives you a high win rate based on your style of trading, as long as you put in the work and understand what the hell you're doing. And you've got a system now that works. It's not based on a stupid lagging 21 yellow EMA that doesn't work, that algos are not using. So that's what we provide you. We provide you an opportunity to have an actual system that you can get a number of occurrences and get a high win rate on. Period.
Yeah, well said. Well, excellent, man. Excellent. That is. I hope everyone listening on whatever channel you're listening took that in. That right there are some golden nuggets, man. Also, by the way, if you look at like the monthly stuff, right? If you look at the monthly SD dev bands or the weekly SD dev bands, just on lower time frames, where we are still technically in a mean reversion from January on the RMLR, right? From the last time we crushed the three SD dev band in January, still technically in a mean reversion from that. And so when I hear all these people saying, "Oh, it's going to go now, to 45 and 46 and 47," like the odds of us hitting 45 again after we've already been in a mean reversion now for 2 months, and we haven't been banging the 3 SD dev band the whole time since then. The odds of doing that before a mean reversion is completed, pretty low. So I love when an asset goes up. I love when an asset goes down, but to be unaware of the probabilities and just go on hopium because you saw it in some silly place is silly. And that's why following rules, whatever they are, as long as you're using proper maths, makes a whole lot more sense than just following some silly nonsense, clickbait fanboy stuff.
Yeah.
I have to throw in a little feedback.
Matt really said it perfectly. Really.
I want to throw in a little feedback, positive feedback.
Yep.
Just if you take yesterday afternoon at 15:27, I had been tracking SPY all afternoon. No action, not doing anything. But every indicator at 15:26 or so told me short. So I bought a small put. And literally right after that, I'm not going to go through every indicator, but literally everything you've been going through, everything I've been looking at, literally told me. I switched over, just picked up a few contracts. I think I did a 410 put or something like that. And this thing rocketed within 20 minutes.
Right to it.
It just moved. Oh shit. It went down to 409.
Yeah.
I picked up it was crazy. I got it at like 25 cents. I was out at $1.25 because I said, holy shit, this is too much. I wish I had 100 contracts, but anyways, I just want to give that feedback because everything I've been listening to, paying attention to for the last, say, I'm on 3 weeks, I guess. Amazing. It was amazing. Now, is it like that every time? It's like everyone. I'm not going to say 100% because that's foolish. But I've been tracking the way I used to trade, as you said earlier, and the way I'm currently using this material, this info. And I'm not going to say that, but it's pretty damn consistent. So there's my feedback.
Hilarious. Not you. Just out of the corner of my eye, that goofball coming in. Too late. I'm quick on the he erased his message already. Well, not before I screenshotted it. Just adding to my artillery. We're not paying attention to that goofball though. So anyway, yeah, good move, man. And I'm sitting here immediately. I go to the 33 minute. Dude, this whole run, the whole run yesterday, right? Just setting up bear div, man. It was just setting up bear div. And as soon as it dropped below the zero mean and you got positively correlated right there, all the fishers turned down, had that little outlier. Look at the Z-score.
Exactly.
Z-score even had bear div. And then what does it do? It's outside the power mean band, comes back and makes a run at the wave trend. And look at the top of the week. This tight weekly on SPY, dude, that thing is a magnet. So buying a 410, I mean, I'm not even going to ask. You nailed that. You got some good profit late day. Good trade. So it made a run right at the end of the day to the top of the weekly range. Top of the weekly range.
And what allowed me to let it run was by switching back over and watching it go through the mean on my 3 minute, because I trade on the 3 minute. And as soon as it broke the mean, I let it go until it went above $1, and it was going so fast I just had to get rid of it. But anyways, those are the triggers. It's pretty amazing. Just first cut, but if you look at I went on every time frame too. I went back, the workflow thing. I went in and out, and literally everything was just the volatility, all of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just staring me in the face.
Right.
So I did it. Anyways, I just have to give that feedback because I'm new. I'm like an infant.
And seriously, it's great here because you're just demonstrating that the tools work even for people who are just starting out relatively, and appreciate it. More importantly, it's good to see you making winning trades because, hey, that's the whole point of the system. That's why we do this. It's fun.
You have to be profitable.
Yes, to help people find a better way to trade. And it looks like you're doing it, so congratulations.
Hey,
welcome to Alpha Trading. Man.
Oh my God, this guy reached out to us quite some time ago, man. I didn't check the messages. Did you see this message for Alpha Trading? Sounds good. TF Talks wants to do a stream with us. He's like, hey, Wolfpack, I saw your stream posted on TradingView. It's very insightful. Do you think if it's possible that maybe we can stream together sometime in the future, like talk about the market and discuss some chart analysis? Please let me know if interested. Yeah, man.
Sure.
I'll answer him. Why was I coming?
We like collabs. Collabs are good.
Yeah. Let me see something real quick here. Give me 1 second. 1 little second. Dum, 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 dum. Okay, there we go. Let's see here. Back to a real business. Yes. And another thing, right? For all you people out there that are just in denial, you should probably look at our hit rate. Go back, watch our streams. There's not much we talk about that doesn't come into fruition because the VEPS tell us. It's all right, though. It's all right, though. Let's see. You know what I want to take a peek at? Where is Solana? We're going to take a peek at Solana real quick since it is definitely leading the market. I want to see where. Then I will get into, I'll go over and check out SPY. Let me take a peek real quick. Where did that open pre-market? Up there by, yeah, it's up here by the 68.3 Laplace. So it gaps up. Whoa, tight daily too, man. Goodness gracious. What are we talking about? 70, about a 22-cent range on the daily, on top of the tight weekly. So where do I think SPY is going to close today? For our super fans we have watching, so they can see that we know what the hell we're talking about. Let's see here. What do we got? The 1SD up here at about 414. After I do this, we're going right to Solana SPY. Let's see here. Yeah.
Right now, Injective is leading the crypto market. It's up 26 points today.
Oh boy,
almost 27.
Right?
Yeah, and XR
got some hidden bull right now. Would have saw that if I would have looked at that pre-market. No doubt it was going to gap up. Starting to have an outlier. And let's see here. Where is that? Look at the bounce we're getting off of the zero mean right now. It's negatively correlated, or SPY would be flying right now. Volatility is expanding, positively correlated. The entropy is in a random walk, right? In a random walk right now. Look at the volatility on the 4 hour, right? Just like I told everybody about Bitcoin. All the alpha traders were telling everybody about Bitcoin. Volatility's low on the 4 hour and the daily. Bitcoin's getting ready to pop. Literally 5 minutes after I posted a couple messages, Bitcoin took off and ran 2K. The volatility is going to dictate what's happening in these markets. So if you do not understand volatility, you are lost. Come on in. Come on, coyote killer. Get your butt up here. Getting some coyote meat. It happens. The big one kills them, she eats them. Let's see here. The fact this volatility is so low. Let me expand this right now. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's pop this on the daily real quick. Wow. Yeah. SPY's getting ready to cook. Let's see here. Here's an issue though. We're outside the power mean bands. We all know what happens. If you've been watching these streams for a while, yeah, you know. Let's see on the weekly where this baby's at. Outside the power mean band. I mean, you've got the reverse fissure up here at about 440 area. What is it? 443, my bad. Look at the band though. Look at these bands. They are definitely almost all flip bullish. You've got the 33 down here at the bottom. You can see it used the bottom of the power mean band. This thing is definitely flying, but it's going to have to catch up. Definitely going to have to catch up. Let me see here. But just going to this 4 hour, is it going to ride the power mean band? Sure could. Surely could, man. Surely could. I mean, we drop out to the downside, right? It already checked up on the wave trend. Blew right by it. Found support on the Fisher right here. All right. Then it blows up again, comes back into the power mean band. Now here we are. But Bitcoin is kind of leading all these markets. The bulls are running wild, and it is at the top of its weekly range. So that is an issue for Bitcoin. Do I see Bitcoin closing above this level? No, I don't. Not. I'm talking about a weekly candle, right? Weekly candle closing above 30,500, 550 actually. It's 559 is the exact number. Already tested it pretty much twice, right? Pretty much twice. Here we go. Or not. Yep. Boom. Got a wick right to it there. Let me see here. Yeah, things are cruising. I like SPY right now, actually. Except, let's see what the dollar does, because it is down at the first standard deviation. Like I said, there's a 68.3% chance it does not close below here. And if we're talking about this 4 hour candle, 99.7% chance it doesn't close below 101.5. Let's see what happens. Obviously, these probabilities, right? Any of these assets, especially this day and age, they can run with a 0.03% probability and definitely defy it. We've seen it happen. When it comes to these volatility ranges, though, that's another story. That is another story. Let's see here. Okay, all right. Let's go back over here. Okay, SPY. Let me pop down here on the 15-minute and see what's going on. Yeah, pre-market, or right, end of the day yesterday, having that outlier. Boom, it immediately flips, right? Still having an outlier, but it's positively correlated now. And look at all the hidden bull, right? Look at all the hidden bull. Ton of it. All the way from back here, right? All the way. All higher lows, man. All higher lows. All lower lows. Actually, we got a few up in here, but yeah, the majority of these big moves, bam. And where did it go yesterday? Look at the 15-minute. Where does it go to? Goes down, tests the Fisher, 33 power mean, tests deep into the power mean band, pulls back up, closes right at the Fisher. That's pretty powerful right there. Pretty powerful move. God, look at the volatility. I'm telling you right now, guys and gals out there in trading land, when this volatility on the 4 hour and daily expands fully, look out. I mean, look at the 4 hour. All three lengths, right? I mean, just, I'm laughing because I know what kind of moves comes out of this with the inflation numbers. Like P-Funk said, like the core stayed the same. But yeah, we were talking yesterday, dollar's looking funny. Yes, it is big time. There's some weird shit going on with the dollar. Is this the beginning of a total currency collapse? Who knows, man? Is that inevitable? Yeah, of course it is. They did so much damage turning on that money machine, man. The money printer goes burr. They have got us in a pickle now. Pretty wild. Pretty wild indeed. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Of course. Okay. So now, I'm at the groove. Who all we got in here real quick? Okay. Good times. Good freaking times. So we know what SPY's up to. It is on top of the 4 hour power mean band. Volatility's low. We're waiting. You got to have a workflow, right? HUD SPY, brand new dude. He's already working this stuff. Love it. Love it. I'll tell you what, too. It gets so addictive when you literally have indicators that are really giving you some insight into what's going on. It's very addictive indeed. You'll catch yourself just staring at these charts every chance you get. You know, probably a reason why I'm not married. Oh boy. Let's see here. Where do I want to go? Right where I said I was going to go. Let's check out Solana. God, it's on a mission. Look at what was going on. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Look, this is exactly what SPY looks like right now. Look at the volatility on Solana. Everything was at zero. Grade, the 525 length, the 981 length, the 40 or the 2400 length on the volatility. All of it was buried. Volatility expands, positively correlated. Here you go. Boom, 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 boom. All these little pullbacks are the breaks in correlation, right? Contracting volatility, positively correlated. That's when you see these pullbacks. And there's probably, what are we on the 4 hour? There was, is there? Yep, there was the div right there. Pullback, hidden right now, hidden bull. And it is positively correlated, getting ready to cross the zero mean. Getting ready to cross the zero mean. So where's Solana going to fly to? Well, let's check it out. Let's give Solana its own little, man, this chart is tight. There we go. There we go. Let's give Solana its own little stage. Come here, little Solana. Whew, that dollar, man. Yeah, look at Solana, man. Here was Solana's monthly and weekly range. You can see the center of the weekly above the center of the monthly, and all these dailies just stacking up. This thing is bullish right now. And I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say this is the most undervalued asset out there. I don't care if we're talking traditional markets, crypto, whatever, right? This got caught up in that FTX BS. This is a great blockchain. The tech they have is incredible. Incredible tech. I mean, people are realizing it right now with the Bitcoin ordinal thing, right? Which is, I'm super bullish on Bitcoin ordinals. But you got people that are trading NFTs, you know, on ETH, on Solana, Cardano, things of that. Shit's fast, right? Moves. You buy an NFT, it's in your wallet in 10 seconds. Yeah, people are freaking out. They're buying these ordinals and it's taking like hours to get to their wallet. I'm like, welcome to BTC. It's not supposed to be fast. It's supposed to be secure. Is it? It's the most secure blockchain in the world. Everything you're seeing is literally made for options. But as we were looking at this, it becomes very apparent quickly. Holy crap. Not only can you use this to buy and sell options, you can trade delta, right? You can straight up trade delta in the futures. That's what we started to realize. So we kind of shifted, not totally away from options, because I trade options, but it's like, once you realize how powerful the volatility, the returns oscillator, the entropy, the UPM, all that stuff, it's a no-brainer, man. It is a no-brainer. It's definitely good for options, especially as what we're working on now is our projection boss. It's a booger on non-continuous markets. It can be done, but it's going to take a lot of work, and I'm pretty sure they're working on it right now. But we need our projection boss to project from the current candle to project the distribution out on non-continuous markets. We can do it on crypto, right? On a continuous market, we project. And when I was trading options on Durabit, you can project the distribution, right, out into the future. So if you're buying options or selling options 45 days out, you can project out 45 days and see where the 68.3 Laplace distribution range is. See where the first standard deviation range, normal distribution range is, and give you a risk range. Especially if you're like, if your go-to is selling strangles, you have hit the mother lode with these indicators, because it is going to give you a great risk range, just like Tasty Trade does, right? Tasty Trade populates the expected move and first and second standard deviations, all of it, projects them all for the time frame you're looking at. You know, however far out you're looking into the future in options, it's going to give you those ranges. But we've broken down. So I use that on top of what we're doing. And I found something very interesting is that you'd think these guys know, dude, it's so hard to get these like expected moves and these distribution ranges, because most of the platforms out there where you can build these indicators and build all this, they're not using the correct math. I don't know why I just said that, but there, the gig's up. They're not using the correct math, right? There was only one person I ever saw get it right. Super smart guy, got the personality of a rock, does not know how to treat people. So yeah, that relationship's over with. But he was the only one. Smart guy, good with math. He got it right. And then we met Van, and Van nailed it too. There's only two out there that are correct, right? This other camps, they're dissolved by now, but that there's using the correct math to populate distribution levels, right? And it's usually because these platforms you're building them on, They give you a set of tools to use, right? Their tools are wrong. So of course because people try to create expected move indicators and the distribution, and they're wrong. They're wrong. You can put them up against our indicators and you'll see the difference, which is okay. They'll learn at some point. We're not going to tell everybody exactly what was wrong, right? That's not in my department anyway, but obviously I'm on the end, so I know. But yeah, we're not going to tell everybody. We're not going to make it easy. You're going to have to work hard. No doubt about it. Let's see.
In fun news, did you hear about Robinhood?
Yeah. Tell her, babe.
I mean, how classic is that? We're going to fine you $10 million and you have to give that money to the government, not to the people you screwed over. Because of course. You know it.
What happened?
Like a few years ago in 2020, during the whole lockdown period, there was this time when Robinhood didn't allow people to trade, didn't allow retail traders to trade, like the most profitable stocks that there were to trade at the time, like GameStop or whatever.
Yeah.
And so they just shut down their things, and then they gave all kinds of excuses. We had to cash out this and do that and whatever. But Vlad, the CEO, revealed the real reason they shut it down. He's like, well, I pulled the Six Sigma move. We had to do something, right? Which is a 6 standard deviation move. And so the regulators decided to fine them $10 million for not letting retail traders, cash out or whatever. Because basically a bunch of rich people were upset that retail traders were making money. And of course, regulators, they're not like you have to give the money back to the retail traders. They're like, you have to give us money. What? Like, it's just highway robbery. They're like, listen, you're going to screw over retail traders? You need to pay us for that privilege. You don't have to give back the money to the people you stole from. You just have to give us, a 0.25% of the money you stole or whatever.
Yeah, but that's what they do anyway, man. They do that with all the time. Yeah.
No, of course. It's just so disgusting. It's such disgusting behavior. And 10 million, obviously, is also a joke. Like, they make billions and billions every quarter. And, oh yeah, we're going to fine you 10 million. Like, what? It's not even a token fine for them. It's not even symbolic. It's just like a joke. But yeah.
Yeah. And I finally read Arctic's full question there. I just saw options and I was like, yes, these are built for options, but it wasn't even a question he was really asking. So I answered him in there. Yeah, we are working on options order flow indicator as we speak, which would be nice to have. Cough, cough. As we nudge the guys. Come on. Give us the good stuff.
Dollar just told you the whole story here today.
Yeah.
Look at spies. Look at the minis now. Beautiful.
Here we go. Is this guy that dumb? Keeps popping in messages and erasing them. Every time you populate a message, I screenshot it. Then he'll erase them like he just did. People are so funny. He's just giving me ammo to literally get him in a little trouble in TradingView, because he is breaking every rule of these live streams. But don't worry, I've got 3 screenshots from today already. No problemo. So Solana, let's rock and roll this. Yeah, and you're right, Arctic. You see it, especially when you start getting towards expiration too. Jeez. And that's why people, like I heard somebody the other day say, options are there to like hedge futures positions. And I'm like, who in the hell told you that? Who in the hell told you that? Because that is exactly opposite. That is not what they're for. Futures are to help hedge options positions. That's why usually when you come into an options expiration, futures go nuts, go wild, right? It's crazy, man. It is crazy. So here we are. Let's see here. So right now, Solana is definitely setting up some hidden bull div between returns and price action. I'd like to see that. What's his daily look like? Looking good, actually. No bear div at all on the top side. And on the daily, look at the entropy percentile. Just a nice steady build as we're starting to drop out of a random walk. There was the expansion, right? Positively correlated. Now it's contracting, negatively correlated. Wouldn't be a bit surprised if the other two lengths are positively correlated still. Let me see here. Oh, yeah? It's like somebody's choking on coffee. It happens.
No, that was me. I'm stretching, sorry.
Did you say you were stretching?
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. You know when we're old, when it's like I feel the same way, brother. Same way. Look at the power mean band on the daily on Solana. This thing's a beast right now, man. And like I said, it is in my opinion the most undervalued asset out there. It got caught up in the FTX debacle. Every time Solana is history's a problem on the weekly with Solana. But is it making its way back up to the reverse wave trend? I mean, considering it's above the power mean band. Look where the 99 log MA is, though. Or no, you know what? That's a 33. Yeah, history restricting us again. $26 Solana. $26 Solana. That's at the 33 log MA. Got reverse wave trend up here at about 36. If this thing were to go hog and send a wick, I guarantee it doesn't get above that weekly wave trend. And if it does, it's just going to go sideways. This power mean band has got to flip bullish, got to catch back up. Returns mean revert. It's a fact. We've proven it time and time. We don't have to prove shit. That's what they do. Returns mean revert. The faster people realize that, the faster they'll be coming to alpha trading and checking the system out. So that's what it's all built on, right? Everything's built on the returns. That's why we nail target after target after target after target after target, and we have been. Let me see here. So yeah, weekly's looking good. Let me see what this 90-minute. Let's drop into these intraday time frames. See what's up. Yeah, setting up bear div right now. Hasn't crossed a zero mean yet, and it's negatively correlated, but that correlation is weakening big time. When you see this returns oscillator cross a zero mean on the 90-minute chart here, and it gets a positive correlation, you'll see these fissures flip down. But as of right now, I mean, volatility is contracting, negatively correlated. And from this big, powerful Solana move, look at the 90-minute. I mean, volatility's expanded across the board, right? So this is one of those times where you can get expansion positively correlated, contract negative correlated, while price action walks up slightly, goes sideways, definitely not going to pull back. And then you can get a pump, right? You can get expansion again, positively correlated. Happens all the time. And this let me see here. Yeah, this whole move right here, right? Set up bear div. We had this little pullback here. You can see it in the returns oscillator. There's 3 stabs of bear div. As soon as it crossed the zero mean, boom, down we go. And Solana dropped from, to high of the wick, 22.72. Yeah, 50 cents. 50 cents. Not bad. Nice little scalperoo there. But what's that set up? A bunch of hidden bull div. And it just pops again. But then it's just setting up more bear, right? More bear. And then it's a rejection off the zero mean. Then you get more substantial pullback. 23.72, probably down to 22. Yep, 22.3. Nice little scalp there. But then once again, what did it set up? Let's see if it set up. Yes, it did. No, it didn't. No div on that move. But this is literally, now it's setting up bear div again. All right. Let's see if this thing pulls back to the top of the power mean band. 23.57. I'm telling you right now, considering BTC's at the top of its weekly range up there, you're not going to see too many of these alts run without BTC. Solana could be one of them because it is so undervalued. Right now, last time BTC was at 30K, Solana was at about $60. But this is what happens, man. That's what happens. And then everybody was just taking a crap on Solana, not realizing, hey, man, this is actually a great blockchain. I just got caught up in a bunch of fraud. It's not Solana's fault what that idiot did. That's for sure. Oh, yeah, I forgot about our little... Let's send. Let's see. What can I send? Some pows. Pow, pow. Pow, 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 pow. Pow, 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 pow. Like a little kid with emojis. All right. But then again, right, on the 90-minute, outside the power mean band, has not came back yet and tested up on the wave trend. Just down here at $22. And this is what we're looking for every time for these pullbacks, right? I can handle 22. I want to see this thing get back to where it should be. That is for freaking sure. Needs to happen, man. Needs to happen indeed. Am I a bag holder? Possibly a bag holder of Solana. Where you at, MJ? You DJing? Get me sucked into this random shit coin. He must be on a conference call. But no, and I'm just kidding. Solana's a great project.
No, I'm driving.
Driving and laughing.
No comment.
No comment, he says.
No comment on the bag holding.
He is a bag holder. Don't let him lie. Let's see. Here's a 45-minute. Yeah, good run for Solana, though. This thing's definitely showing some strength. But BTC is moving. Solana's been kicking its butt, though. Solana's been kicking its butt. Look, most cryptos are down. Solana's was up 6% earlier before this thing started pulling back. Let's see the 33. Yep, again, here on the 45, right? Bear div. Getting ready to cross a zero mean. Is it positively correlated? Sure is, man. Strong, too. Look out. Here she comes. So is what ultimately is what you want to see is some hidden setup, right? So if this returns oscillator drops down, it's just going to be setting up hidden bull from the returns oscillator right here, the low and the low here. I'd like to see it, and that's if it drops to the deviation band. You'll be setting up actually in a few different stabs of hidden, right, to get this thing going again. Pullback is definitely in need, though. There's no doubt about it. This thing is outside the power mean bands on so many time frames. Intraday, macro, all that. Come on, populate. Indicators do not like the 33-minute time frame. Throws it out of whack for whatever reason. It's all good. Come on, give me my... There we go. Yeah, outside the power mean band. So what are we down here? Where's the reverse wave trend? About $23. The 9 log MA, right at the top of the power mean band, about 23.6. Yeah, this thing. So where do I see it pulling back? If this does pull back to the wave trend on the 33, is that going to set up the hidden? Yep. Actually, no. It will be from back here, but not this more local low here. So let's see what happens. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if it were just to bounce right off the top side, and that would set up hidden on that other local. Good stuff. 15-minute. Look at all these nice scalps on Solana. Goodness gracious. Look at all the little outliers. Outliers everywhere. What are outliers? Fat tail events in the distribution. What's a fat tail event? Google it. Tired of talking about it. No, I'm just kidding. It's a second standard deviation move or greater. Or let's say it's a 95.4% probability move or greater. That doesn't mean there's a 95.4% chance that data set's going to reach that level. There's a 95.4% chance the data set doesn't exceed that level. That's why when you see a data set climb on top of a 95.4% probability level, it is on. There's a high probability you're probably going to go to the 99.7. And this is how, when you learn all this, you can squeeze every drop of profit out of these moves once you get good at this. That's what it's all about, right? It's what it's all about. It's not about swing trading. Swing trading is going to get you wrecked. Do you think these high-frequency trading firm algorithms are swing trading? This is what you're up against. So as you're trying to swing trade, no, they would never do that. How naive are people? Just how naive to think that these unregulated exchanges are not trade. Dude, they have teams of traders trading against you. They have algorithms that are literally taking in data. Where are all the stop losses? Because all the retail traders are going to put them in the same spot. Why? Because they're all learning the same risk management strategies from the same people that don't know what they're doing. Anybody out there that's telling you in risk management to put stop losses into a system, they do not know what they're doing. Period. It should be in your head. Don't show your whole cards. Monitor your trades. Trade intraday volatility. That's what the high frequency trading firm algorithms are doing. That's what you should be doing. But you're not going to be able to do that using lagging indicators. I'm very passionate about that. Because why? Because it is a fact, right? If you are using that information and you are lucky enough to get in a trade, take your profit, right? That's why. People that are swing trading, they don't take their profit. They have a target area. They're going to swing trade that thing. It's go or bust, right? They'd rather their stop loss hit than get out of the freaking trade. It's just a disease that happens with retail traders. Who are retail traders? In our opinion, anybody that's not trading with the algos. You're retail trading. Right? You have no idea what's going on or what the behemoth that you're up against. If you really knew what you were up against, you would never use a lagging indicator again. And you would quickly see using the VEPS that's exactly what we are doing. We are following the algorithms. The algos are telling us what's happening in these markets. And if you don't know where these price action volatility ranges that get hit to the dollar, the distribution ranges that get hit to the dollar, you are missing the whole point of this. You're wasting your time watching, right? There's plenty of YouTube Jimmies out there for you. They're just waiting, right? They got all kinds of links for you to buy stuff and on-ramp you onto leverage exchanges and just pour honey in your ears. Go look at their thumbnails and the clickbait. And they are the biggest grifters I've ever seen in my life. They're all following each other around in the echo chamber. It's a fact. It's what they do, man. It's what they do. Extracting money from their communities instead of really teaching them how to make money. That's what they're doing. They're extracting money from you. They're not helping you make money. They want your money. Do you think they trade? No. I literally have talked to a lot of them, right? And I've just said, hey, man, if you really trade, let's have a trade-off. Let's do this. Let's show the communities. Crickets, they don't trade, man, right? They make money off you, and then they're going to come on a live stream and tell you they're trading. Go out and watch any of these live streamers that are trading live. Most of them are getting wrecked, and it is a riot. How many videos are out there live showing people literally getting liquidated, getting stop losses hit? It's crazy, man. And people just flood to them. It's like a bug light, right? So is that what retail traders are? Just dumb bugs? They see some bright, flashy thing, and they just go flying towards it. Terminal velocity right until they get electrocuted. It's all good. It's all good. We're here for you. This is a rehab facility for retail traders. Like P-Funk. Just kidding. P-Funk far from a retail trader. Let's see here.
I'm a retail trader.
Yeah.
Transition.
You're He's transitioning.
Man.
Right.
And I don't have protection anywhere anymore.
Yeah.
Got no stop orders to hunt out.
So now here on the 15-minute, right? Setting up some hidden bull. It's already playing out. Got a wick down pretty much to the top of the power mean band. This 15-minute power mean band, this will chase down the data set though. That's the thing. It will chase down the data set. And literally you're outside the power mean band. Do you see what's happening on the 15 here? I mean, so did it come back and test up the wave trend like it usually does? No, look, the fissure's up here. Look at all the wicks and candles into the fissure. All right. For everybody that doesn't believe. All right. So the reverse fissure, boom. Then it uses that as a launch point. Look what's getting ready to happen. You're literally getting ready to, the reverse wave trend's getting ready to cross up the fissure. Powerful. 33 power mean. Going to cross up the both of them. Wave trend and fissure here at some point. As soon as this power mean band takes off, these crosses usually, these are magnets too. It wouldn't shock me at all. Play out a little hidden, build up some more bear, and come down to test this at some point. The wave trend. When the wave trend crosses up the fissure, we got the test. It's been testing the fissure this whole time. This is what I'm waiting for right here on the 15. All right. I'm not saying there's not a good scalp to the top side here. If you caught the bottom of the wick here and you were front running this move, yeah, man, a good little scalp. Good little scalp. And that's the thing with the volatility in cryptocurrency. You don't need leverage. Do people understand what leverage is for? You use leverage in non-volatile markets, right? Bring a little excitement in, make some actual profit. You know, there have been moves literally on a 15-minute Bitcoin candle that a Forex pair won't do in a year. A year. It's crazy. That's where you should be using leverage. For God's sakes. Leverage is for, Forex, trading commodities, not for freaking cryptocurrency. God, and now look at the traditional look at the stock markets. They're very volatile, right? Crypto used to be the king of volatility. I got a newsflash for you. These big algos came into crypto and got a taste of that volatility. They kicked the notch up in the traditional markets because this thing is just insane anymore. Big intraday moves. It's fun, man. It's fun. Let's see here. That's right. Deep breaths. We're all breathing. All right.
Sorry.
Made me remember to breathe. Let's see here. Let's pop over on traditional markets.
Where do you think it's SPY right now?
That's exactly where I was going. Let's see here.
If not there, then minis, either one.
Let's give it its.
You're not a low down.
Let's see.
Yeah, I caught the 413 calls.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got the short down on the futures, and I just bought a little bit down here.
Yeah,
but I think it goes a little higher.
Yeah, daily range tested, right? That gap up right to where first weekly resistance level and second resistance level on the daily and 68.3 Laplace on the daily and first standard deviation on this 4-hour candle. So if you right at the market open, if you would have bought like a 410, a freaking 410 put, man, dude, instant profit. And then to flip that, like they're talking about, they're looking at the 413s. Yeah, it's right up here, man. It's a no-brainer. I mean, double, boom, 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 boom. Let's see here, though. Let's look on the chart. 15-minute. Yeah, and what happened? Look, here's SPY yesterday coming down, testing this cross I'm talking about, but does not close that 15-minute candle below Fisher or wave trend. And now you're literally, and boy, it still hasn't even. Look at the 33 power mean just crossed up both. This is what this pullback, after the gap up, look, this thing pulled back. Where did it bounce from to the dollar? The 33
What time frame is that?
This is a 15-minute on SPY. 15-minute. Yeah. And then after the gap up.
I did mine on a 3.
Did yours on what's that?
On a 3-minute, yeah. I've been focusing in on the 3, but this 15-minute pulled back down.
Tapped that 33 log MA perfectly, and now boom, it's jumping outside the power mean band again. That's when this 15-minute candle closes, these crosses are going to be full. Wave trend's going to cross Fisher. 33 power mean already crossed both of them. It could push this thing. Let's see, starting to have an outlier. All right, after yesterday, end of the day outlier, the variance went sideways a little bit. Nah, the outlier just gave up a little. That's okay. Look at the div though. Holy crap, man! Look at that bull div. I tell you what, you're not going to see that often. Set in bull div when the returns oscillator is above the 2SD band. That's wild. All the Fishers are up right now. Let me see what's going on with the volatility. Oh, yeah. So the low length volatility, 100 percentile, positively correlated. As long as it stays at 100 percentile, positively correlated, this thing can keep moving. More importantly is what are the higher lengths, the 981, the 2400. And you can use any lengths you want with this AVR if you have this. But I'm telling you, there's a reason why we use the numbers we do. So what's the first thing that's going to pop in your head where I tell you, look, I'm going to use a 525 length, a 981 length, and a 2400 length. What do all three of those have in common? Come on, math guys. They're square roots, right?
Square roots, yeah.
They're all square roots. There's a reason why we use square roots. Here's one here. I'll show you right now. We'll have a little math class.
525 is when you use?
525 on the low time. This is my lowest. Then I use a 981 and a 2400. What else
You
do
don't
those
a
three sets?
36?
What's that?
You don't do a 636?
I sometimes depends. I used to run a 636 as my bottom length, but as I started dropping down into this freaking Shark Tank, right? The 1 minute, 3 minute charts, I definitely put it down on a 525. Yasha uses a 416 sometimes.
Yeah.
You talk about quick volatile moves. Boy, it catches a lot of stuff. It'd blow your mind. But there's also all these lengths have something else in common as well, right? 525. First thing, and this is just advice for anybody that's dealing in numbers. First thing you want to do is take a set of numbers and break them down. Break them down to a single number or a master number. Master numbers are 11, 22, 33, 44, right? But I use the 369 philosophy in everything I do in my life. I mean, you guys, it did blow your mind to see how this works in my entire life. Everything I do is number focused. So when I use the 369 philosophy, one of the main reasons that immediately was obvious to me using square roots. Have you ever broke down square roots? So if you have a 525, first thing you want to do is add every one of those numbers, right? 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3, right? The 981. 9 plus 8 is 17. 17 plus 1 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9, right? The 2400. 2 plus 4 is 6. There's the 6. Just those three right there is 3, 6, 9. Everything is breaking down to one of those numbers. This is why I use this number philosophy. And this is why square roots are so powerful, right? Go start adding up every freaking square root you can think of. Come back with a report. Go blow your own mind. It's pretty powerful, man.
And it isn't the point is, it's not about being mystical with your trading. It's about using numbers that actual high frequency trading bots are actually looking at.
Yeah.
You know that they're looking at those numbers. You look at the levels where they make entries and exits. You see it very clearly on the volatility levels, on the loss levels and the low distribution levels. It's not an accident that the take profit areas and the entry areas are very much aligned with those areas. Right? And human beings program the bots, and human beings tend to be a certain way when it comes to programming. And that is to say, lazy. But even smart human beings will use simple numbers because those are very efficient and effective, especially when it comes to trading. So not just because of some cool mysticism, we use these numbers because they work, right? All the time. Like if tying my shoelaces backwards helped me trade better, or throwing bananas against a wall helped me trade better, I'd do that, right? But it doesn't. So we use these tools, and we use these numbers, and we use these ways of trading because they work, because that's what moves the market. So rather than trying to fight that, I'd rather be on the right side of the trade than constantly trying to double guess myself and say, oh, what are these machines doing? Why can't I figure out what they're doing? No, we see very clearly what they're doing. The question is, do you want to be on the right side of the trade or not? And the answer should be yes every time. Right? So you should be doing something akin to what they're doing in order to at least pick up the crumbs that they're leaving behind on the table when they're taking the huge chunks of profit because they have huge position sizes. We're riding their coattails. So when people talks about these numbers, don't think of it as, oh, he's just a goofball thinking in mystical terms, and what does it have to do with trading? No, these are mathematical numbers, right? These are facts that you can look at very clearly on the charts with our tool. We don't draw the lines. The math draws the lines. Then ask yourself, how come it's lining up every time he talks about these numbers? Why does it line up so perfectly? Again, looking at crystal ball and pull the numbers out of the sky, we pulled them off of the mat. And we didn't draw the lines. The math draws the lines. So consider that.
And it's not like I brought this forward. It's not like Bilbo was the one that brought this number philosophy forward.
Right.
The guy that brought this forward, if you understood how much of your life is influenced by this dude, greatest inventor of all time, Matt, you name it. Tesla, right? Nikola Tesla. I mean, you can research about his 369 philosophy. And my grandfather, who was an inventor.
You can find other numbers. You can find other numbers to trade very well with. That do work in time frame, certain scalps. But in general, the very basic principle of the fundamental numbers that we're talking about, the 3 and the 6 and the 9, they are very powerful numbers in many different aspects of trading. Are they influential in other aspects of life too? Yes, sure. We're talking about trading. That's what matters. Like, I can also tell you that Fibonacci works great in nature. It's a wonderful coincidence, or whatever, that they happen to be all over the place in nature, but they have nothing to do with trading. That's why we don't use fibs in trading, because they're completely arbitrary, random, subjective. You can pull your pixels up to anywhere, down from anywhere, and it's just silly. But in trading, certain numbers definitely matter, especially when you're looking at the maths that matter, which are, again, it's all based on the mean, and the return is based on the mean, and the standard deviation of returns, which is volatility, based on the mean, and the entropy is based on calculating the distance of the spread of energy between matter or energy, or pixels on a screen that are going back and forth between the ask and the bid price, right? You see trending moves and random walks because of math. It's not because it's a random thing, right? There's random walk, and can determine what a random walk is, but it's not randomly to pick out numbers to figure out what the random walk is. It's math based. That's how we determine when entropy is on a random walk, when entropy is in a trending move. So, again, these are very important numbers fundamentally for trading. Can you find other number sets that work? Sure. And I bet you that they'll even work very well, but there's a good reason for it, and it's usually because there's a very good relationship between those numbers, and there's usually also some kind of a relationship between those numbers and the 365. Not necessarily all the time, but a lot of the time. So,
yeah. And so we just talked about those quick little opening market freaking trades. What was that your profit taking area? Front running the 68.3 Laplace, where that 15-minute wick on SPY just went to. I would have front run that a little bit. I would have probably been taking profit right around like 411.8. A little lower. Probably 411.7 would have been a little safer to get that profit. So that's why knowing where these distribution levels are very important when you're intraday trading, because the algos are running these levels, right? That's the whole thing. That's what I love about people coming. Not only are they viewing our stream and helping us out as they talk shit, as they talk shit in the chat, we'll get them, right? We've been known to do this. You come and you watch us long enough, at some point, you're just going to, oh, I don't even remember bashing you guys. Man, this stuff's interesting. So what's this free trial all about? Just keep on watching, Goofy. Just keep watching. Totally hilarious. Plus, I love all the ammo we're getting today. It's beautiful. We've literally screenshotted everything. Let me see here. So yeah, that would have been a great profit-taking area. Let me look at the chart here. And you're outside the power mean band on these low time frames. We all know what happens. You're not going to get too far away from this thing. You are not. And let's see. When we did get that close, boy, we almost got the full cross there. Almost got the full cross. As soon as that wave trend crosses that fissure, this baby could, this thing could pump. This thing could pump. But look at the returns oscillator. Look at the returns oscillator. There's no bear div, but this thing is outside the second standard deviation band. Look at the fissures, though. Fissures are strong. This thing's in a random walk, though. Right? This thing's in a random walk. That's why you're taking quick profits right now. This thing isn't trending. This is what entropy's for. Right? This is what entropy is for. You know when the market's in trend. Ebb and flow right here. Contraction negatively correlated, starts walking up, and then you get a pump, right? You get a pump because the volatility expands positively correlated. It's trending, right? You can feel safe staying in that trade as the volatility ebb and flows because you know the market is in trend. There's a good spot to take profit right there. Look at the predictor flipped. The predictor flipped right there. Plus, as soon as that trend turns up, can it go back down and trend more? Yeah, it can. But the first time that entropy turns up, that is as soon as that candle closes and you see that entropy turn back up, coming out of trend, take your profit. Doesn't matter if it turns back down and goes back in the trend. Look where you're getting more profit on the first move. This is where Entropy helps. This is where Entropy helps. Let's see here. And once you learn how to read all this indicator right here will literally blow your mind when you understand how to read it. Just looks like a bunch of noise, right? If I were to look at somebody using traditional TA and see a chart like this, I'd be like, man, these guys lost. Talk about analysis paralysis. There you go, right there. The thing is that when you're trading the VEPS, all of this is working together. I'm not looking at this indicator saying, oh, well, this isn't agreeing with this, and that's not agreeing with this, and oh no, I don't know what to do. I'm confused. This all works together. All of this works together. All three of the charts I always show, everything's working together. And when I'm intraday trading, each one of those charts is up on a monitor. All right, I've got 4. My exchange is on one, my charts are on the other. I am hammering. You need info. You need it fast, right? These are some of the keys to becoming a good trader. A lot of people want to trade but don't know how. That's fine. Nobody did in the beginning. But everybody wants to make it like this is so hard. It is if you're using lagging indicators. There's no doubt about it. It's very hard. Very hard indeed. And a lot of these people would never show their P&L, and they would always say, yes, 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 I'm a great trader. I win trades. Okay? What's your P&L? Oh, I win trades. It's like we just had like HudSpy came in, right? He's saying using TA, he was winning like 9 out of 10 trades. He told us why, because he takes his profit. But the one trade was wrecking the profits from the other 9. And that's part of the whole base of my edge. Never be emotionally attached to your trade. Always take your profits and definitely limit your losses. If that move turns against you, to the fact where if I get an entry on a 3-minute, if one 3-minute candle closes below my entry, I'm out of the trade. I don't care if it dipped a little and then it goes on a mission. I don't care. We know what volatility does to people. What does volatility do? It's volatile and it will wreck you. It will wreck you bad. So you can be like, well, no, I know I got a good entry. This thing's going to turn around. What if it doesn't? What if all of a sudden you're trading Bitcoin and now you're $500 underwater where your entry was? When if you were intraday trading on a low time frame, why in God's name did you not just exit the trade? And then if you reevaluate and you're like, oh, boy, that volatility, the correlation broke quick. Now it's dunking. You might see a move to the downside. This is what happens with volatility, and this is why you cannot swing trade it. Look at the breaks in correlation. All the breaks in correlation, all the expansion and contraction in volatility. This is a trader wrecker if you do not know what you're looking at. This is why you don't swing trade it. You intraday trade the volatility on low time frames. You understand where the data set is when we're talking about the power mean band, the reverse Fisher and wave trend, the 3 log MAs, right? Are we setting up any div between price action and returns? Because it's the only divergence that matters. Divergence between price action and indicators built upon price, that does not work. It makes 0 sense. What kind of imbalance are you looking for? There's nothing there. When you understand that price action follows returns, there you go. There you go. When there's divergence between those two, it's literally a freaking siren going off screaming at you saying the return on your investment is diminishing. Take your profit. I don't care if you're trading the 1 minute, the 3 minute, the 6 minute, the 9 minute, the 15 minute. Those are the only time frames I'm going to get an entry on, right? And it's usually I'm going to see it something setting up on the 15 and I'm going to find my perfect entry on the 3 minute, right? That's what I'm going to do. Crush the rocket icon. Got to tell me I'm the worst. There we go. Yeah, I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people in the chat. We got 4 rocket icon hits, man. And one of them's probably our new super fan.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm sure he's hitting the rocket icon. And this is what we end up doing. We change people's minds. You watch us long enough and you watch some of the things that we're showing you, dude, it's only a matter of time. So keep giving us views, man. We don't care who you are.
Yeah,
We'll accept you into the alpha
this,
trading family.
Yeah.
What?
This is TA Rehab.
This is TA Rehab, man.
Yeah, I love it. TA Rehab. Traders Anonymous.
Traders
Exactly.
Anonymous. Yeah, so SPY. Yeah, man. What's let me see here. Check out this dollar. Dollar's weak, man. Dollar is a real weak. Okay. Now let's SPY there. I'll throw you back on Dixie. Little Dixie. Whew. Weak. Weak. Where does it reject from, though? Right? Where's the dollar reject from? Here, let me move this down a little bit so we can all see this sucker. Come on. There, get below. There you are. So here's the new weekly range. Let's go back to the beginning. There it is right here. The data set was, wait a minute. Let me blow this up. What do I hear? Who is this? What? Why do I got big moving vans pulling in my driveway? Give me a second. Let me see what the fuck's happening out here.
Foreclosure.
They finally caught up to Scott.
Foreclosure. Eviction notice. Yeah, they're coming to take me away. It's at 80 degrees here today.
Oh man, it's beautiful here. 75, baby. I love it.
Yeah. It's going right from winter to spring or summer.
Okay.
What do you got going on, Yasha?
Beautiful. It's like in the nice and cool. Been a while since we had a rainy day like today. I love it.
Yeah, I like rain. Yeah. I like to see rain too, man.
If you don't know, Yasha's over in Israel. So.
Oh, just doxed him.
Yeah. We have rainy season and dry season. The end of the rainy season. I appreciate every drop that falls.
He is Alpha Trading's Iron Dome. So, check it out. You get this fairly tight weekly range on SPY. Or on the dollar. Jesus. On the dollar, right? So you can see what happens here. First, you get a rejection off the top side. Look at these. Look at the 4-hour candles here. Right here. What do we got here? 95.4 Laplace. Kicks it up. You open up a new 4-hour candle. It checks up on the 68.3 Laplace right here. Bounces. No, didn't. This is a magnet. Look what happened. The data set just runs right back to the weekly, right? Then starts to reject off the bottom side. First one, second one, third, fourth, fifth. Are you kidding me right now? If you know how powerful this indicator is, you're just waiting. You know what's about to happen. Did it? Yeah. And where did it go to? Where did the wick go to? Well, it's amazing how people that don't believe in the distribution don't see it. All I can do is populate the chart and show you. Wick right to the first standard deviation on the daily, right? Then where's it reject from? This thing tried to pull back up, but now you're below the 68.3 Laplace distribution range. Now it's trying to set up where it's going to, if this thing rejects off the 1SD, look out, man. Now you're going to get some friction down here at this first support level on the weekly, no doubt. And considering today, I would see this bounce from 101.3, to be honest. Yeah, get out of here. We had a lost delivery driver. That's why when you're in a boon, he's got a delivery driver pulling your driveway, and I know I haven't ordered anything. I'm like, what do you want? You were at the wrong house. You were at the wrong house. So if this rejects from the 1SD, probably going to come down to the first weekly support level. If it breaks that, we're looking at 95.4 Laplace, second standard deviation, right? Now here, you can see this bad boy, like yesterday, remember I was showing 95.4 Laplace levels are inside the second standard deviation. There's something to that. There's always something to. This is what I tell people too. This is why I have them overlaid. I want to see where the first standard deviation is. Is it inside the daily support levels? Yeah. Here's the bottom of SPY right here. Right? Here's the 1SD, the downside. So the 1SD is inside the volatility range on the daily. So this is why I'm saying, why would I say that this is probably going to be the low for the day? Here's the bottom of the daily range right below it. Could we get a wick to 101.2? Hell yeah, we could. Do you know how low of a probability is for the data set of Dixie to close below this level today? It's very, 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 very low, right? Very low. Then you got a monthly support level down here inside the second standard deviation. I'm not saying we can't get wicks, but by the end of the day today, the probability is to close above this range, right? 101.2. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. This thing is weak though. Like P-Funk said, yeah, there's something going on. There's some shit going on. This dollar is erratic as hell. Weak, man. Weak. I'm sure we're just getting pummeled. Let me look at some of these Forex pairs. Of course, man. Euro's up. Pound's up. Aussie dollar's up. US dollar is just a shit coin at this point. I mean, you got the New Zealand dollar up. Need I say more? Sorry if you're from New Zealand. Man, you got all these currencies up on the dollar. I mean, this thing is just... Poor US dollar. They don't even care why. What backs the dollar? Damn sure isn't gold. We all know what backs the US dollar, and it disgusts me as a citizen of this country. Oh boy. War is stupid. We haven't even seen the beginning yet, unfortunately. The shit show's going to turn up. Let's see here. Dollar trying to bounce right now. But that's where I'm going. When you know where these levels are at, you're going to... You talk about risk ranges, right? And that's why there's only one other, like anybody out there on YouTube. Like I'll watch Hedge Eye. Because even the tasty trade guys blow my mind sometimes. I'm like, how in the hell are you where you're at? Jesus. And then you look like, or the year before last, they had record losses. Well, of course they did. They don't understand the volatility percentile, right? If they would just learn about volatility percentile, because they're basing everything on implied volatility, which is great when you're trading options. It gives you an idea of what, the only thing it does, it gives me an idea of what kind of strat I want to use, right? That's what it does for me. How in the hell are you going to know though? How hell are you going to know which direction this data set's going to know if you do not have percentile correlated to price action? You don't have a clue. That's why options traders get wrecked, right? It's crazy, man. It just is. It really, really is. It just makes me believe how you can be so hard set into something when you're losing money. Makes no sense to me. Why not look at something? Goodness, man. If they would just realize what we put together with this AVR, there is implied volatility in it, but we combined it with historical volatility, which they really hate. Go ask Tom Sosnoff about historical volatility. He will shut you down in 2 seconds. It's garbage. It don't mean shit. It's exactly what he'll say. It's worthless. It's worthless information. Alpha traders, is it? No, it's not worthless information. None of the volatility is. That's why we created the indicator we did. And the main part of it is volatility percentile. And then we got volatility grade, combination of historical and implied volatility. And when they all peak out together on expansion or contraction, it is literally telling you exactly what's getting ready to happen in the market. You are just waiting for the correlation. That's all you're doing. It's so simple. God help us. It really is. Once you let it in and once you start to study it, that's all you got to do. But people are so change, right? Change is so hard for people. Doesn't have to be. Usually when you get hit in a pocketbook pretty hard, you're going to start looking for change. You really are. I mean, at what point do you want to be on the right side of not some trades, man? Every trade. And if you're not on, if that low probability of that bad entry that you get because you are beginning to learn this, all you got to do, if you hit the green button and it turns against you, you do know there's a red one, right? Yes, I'm talking to you like you're in kindergarten. All fun and games though. This is how easy it is. Hit the damn red button. If a trade turns against you, get the hell out, right? Get the hell out and know it. And you be like, look, I'm trading on this exchange. There's thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people trading. Why would I be a target? I'm telling you right now, just like we tell people every day, these exchanges are trading against you. Stop showing your whole cards. That's your first. And as soon as they see people not doing that, they're like, oh shit, what's happening? Now we don't have this read on these people. Well, of course you don't. But I guarantee you, you start winning all the time, you start winning intraday trades all the time, you are a target. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. There's several different things you can do to raise that red flag up like here I am, and winning is definitely one of the top ones. If you're winning all the time, you're irking these guys, right? They want to take your money. So you're going to be a target. Don't think you're not. You can think you're a small trader as possible, but if you win all the time, you're a target. You just are. You just are. Because I look at these exchanges as losers. Total losers. All these exchange operators, people, they're losers in my eyes. And what do losers do? They focus on the winners, right? Losers focus on the winners. That's why they're losers. This is what we're trying to do too. Just think if we got everybody trading this way, they're done. Their party's over, right? The manipulation, everything going on. We're going to limit it. This is what people need to realize, man. You are a target when you start winning all the time. That's when you really need to kick your game into overdrive. Let's see here. But please stop putting stop losses. Stop putting take profits in a system at all. Like right here on this dump on the dollar. What am I looking for? Well, number one, the volatility was crazy. I'm not getting out at the first support level on the daily, right? Or the second. What am I looking for? 68.3 Laplace. I'm going to take profit there every time. Did you get it? You got it. No problem. No problem. You got your profit. It went all the way to the 1 SD normal distribution. Now you could hold out for that. Not a good idea. I will always take profit at a 68.3 Laplace distribution range. Why would you not? It's all greed. Jesus, look at this. If you were in on this trade, this last rejection here, what? That's not enough? It's plenty, man. It is plenty. Especially when you're considering the 99.7 Laplace was down here. Why do you think on this 4-hour candle this thing did not close below there? Huh? That's why. That is why, my friends. 100%. Let me reload this real quick. No, I don't want to do that. Now, let's get back at this. Let's see here. Boom. So, yeah, we just got a new 4-hour, right? Boom, boom. New 4-hour candle on SPY or on Dixie? Yes. Did that 4-hour candle close below the 99.7 Laplace? Absolutely not. Did it get a wick below it? Yes, but it pulled back in. Why? Probabilities, man. On that 4-hour candle, 99.7% chance it would not close below there. And it didn't. And it didn't. Of course it didn't. Let me run through these tickers here. Ticker, 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 ticker. What's sticking out? What is sticking out? Natural gas is a shit show, man. Oil's rising, huh? I'm going to see that at the pump. Gold's staying above 2K. Silver's up above 25 bucks. We might actually see a metals run here. This isn't anything. I mean, if this dollar continues to get weak, you still got silly people out there who like to buy shiny rocks. I just don't get it, man. We're in the digital age, man. Digital currencies, right? If I had the choice, if I was putting my money in Bitcoin or gold, it's not even a question of what I'm doing. I'm sticking it in Bitcoin all day. Sticking it in Bitcoin all day. And most of these people, they're buying paper gold. Bad idea. If you're gonna buy gold and silver, go buy gold and silver, for God's sakes. Easier said than done, right? Well, I lived in Carson City for, or close, if not in Carson City. I lived in, most people like here, it's like, where do I go buy silver? I mean, you maybe go in, buy a couple ounces here, a couple ounces there. You go out to Carson City, Nevada. They got massive safes built to hold all their silver. I'd go in. You could buy 10 cases at a time. Obviously, you don't want to go over that 10K limit. Wink, wink. But not financial advice. But yeah, you can get as much as you want if you're in the right place. Don't buy paper. Buy the real thing if you're going to stack it. Let's see. About the
one thing for sure, it looks like food's going to be the new gold.
Food? Yes. Food is the new gold.
Food.
Yeah. FOOD. Food.
Food and clean water.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As I trade every day, I definitely have lots of food and water. People don't.
Yeah.
Especially if you have a family. It's just me and the dogs, man. Right? And I've got enough storage food to feed a family of 10 for 3 years, probably. How long do you think that's going to last me? And the only heavy metal I'm stocking, lead. That's the kind of metal I stock. Lots of it. Can't go wrong.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of it. There's a whole bunch of us.
Yes. The smart ones.
Getting prepared for the new generation.
Yes, sir. Who knows what's going to happen, but these psychopaths that run the world, they are on a collision course.
Don't forget the booze.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't forget the booze.
Get you drunk and work as a antiseptic, right? Get some really strong liquor. That way, when you get cut, you can just pour it on, take a shot, pour some on, take a shot, party time. And have a seed bank, right? Need to have a seed bank. For sure. Got to grow your own food. 100%. Got to have food. And this is the thing too. So if you're stacking all this water and food and you're not stacking that precious heavy metal lead, what's going to happen when Jimmy, that wasn't stocking food, wasn't stocking water, has a family of 10, and the only thing he was stocking was lead? What do you think he's going to do with that lead? He's going to go to the guy stocking the food and water that didn't stock lead, and he's going to take all your food and water. It's like
and have 3 kinds of lead, right? Short, medium, and long.
Yes.
Short range, medium range, and long range.
Yes, sir.
The only kind of lead I needed was.
Oh, goodness gracious. You got your name.
And don't forget your other lead, which is don't forget your Led Zeppelin records.
Dude.
Oh, yeah.
What are we going to do? We got to have some Led Zeppelin, too. All right? Some Pink Floyd.
You got to have a whole lot of love. You know what I mean?
And Zeppelin's all about the lead and the food, too, right?
And a stairway to heaven, right?
That's right. This is going to be a rabbit hole.
Woohoo! You got to love it. We're realists here, man. Open your eyes, people. These psychopaths are on a collision course with each other. And they are not thinking about us. They never have. They never will. Unfortunately, they're going to have to learn the hard way. That's what needs to happen. Because these dumbs, look what they've done to us all, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Well, there's definitely going to be the pitchfork days, that's for sure. That's what they're planning, so that's probably what they're going to get.
Yeah, man. Yeah. For sure. 100%. Win is the key. Win. 1046, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, really gave a
and
good
what
run.
you said about children.
Those of you who
said about
younger,
children.
What's that?
That's
It's a
the
farm
truth.
instrument. I said for those who are watching who don't know what a pitchfork is, maybe they're too young or they've never been to a farm. It's a farming tool.
Yes, it is.
It's all about the hay, man. It's all about the hay.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing, you might want to be growing some of that green hay too. You don't just need liquor.
Hey, the pitchforks were when they didn't have lead.
Exactly.
They didn't have enough lead.
No, they did not. Well, we're not going to waste a musket ball on that. We'll just use a pitchfork. Works just as well.
Maybe
Get a rope. Get a rope.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we're moving into some interesting times, folks. Interesting times. Just got to get your bases covered. That's all. It's not about fear. It's about being prepared. It always has been. Always has been. Then you got the real.
Real quick, 'cause I don't think we mentioned it yet today.
So
did you know if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch or TradingView, you can now get our indicators with an NFT. So what that means is if you don't already have crypto, you can now get access to our indicators using fiat with a credit card or debit card. So check out our indicators on our website, and there's information there about how to sign up for the NFT thing. And you basically get an access pass, which is an NFT. It gets you access to the indicators according to through OpenSea directly with your debit card or credit card, and you just do verification using MoonPay, which is the world's largest NFT verification company, like fiat crypto NFT verification. It's a pretty simple process. I've done it, and yeah. Anyway, we put that tool up there just to give an extra on ramp for people to get our indicators, and I figured I'd just mention it. We just launched the thing yesterday, so it's just there for whoever wants it. Hopefully you'll find it useful if you don't already have crypto and you just want to buy our indicators and get access with fiat. And somebody asked recently if it's possible to get the indicators without coming to our Discord. The answer is yes. We just haven't turned on that feature yet. We are maybe working on that. I won't promise anything, but we may be working on that. And if that does happen, we'll announce it. And I wouldn't recommend it because you get access to the Discord as part of your subscription, and the Discord is full of interesting and smart people who know how to trade the VEPS and can help you learn. But if you are a kind of person who doesn't want to be in a Discord for whatever reason, we'll see if we can make that happen for you. So stay tuned to our streams, and we'll see what we can do for you.
Keep pouring honey in their ears.
But no promises, no expectations. We do what we do, and we announce what we announce, and that's the way it is. Anyway, yeehaw.
Ye freaking haw. Let's see here.
I gotta roll, guys. Have a great day.
we're gonna cut it short anyway. We are done.
Peace out.
So yeah, we got a little beat on the markets today. Right? Showed you what's going on. Dollar rejecting off the weekly. Dollars a week. Bitcoin's at the top of its range. So yeah, us and Hedge Eye, right? Pretty much the BTC data sets at the top of the risk range. But as far as me, am I going to say fade the FOMO? No, I'm going to say, hey, be careful right now, right? Wait. Will we get a little pullback? Probably, right? This is a top right now. This is a top. Like my bias right now, just because where the data set is on BTC. Let me flip this back.
I just seen the dollar index chart. What happened? Why that weak?
What now?
I just looked at the chart. I just connected here to the live and I opened some chart. And there is the dollar index who has like a big red candle. What happened?
VEPS, bro. Volatility. We were just talking about that. It fell down to the 58.3 on the daily, on the plus, and it even tagged the 99. It tagged the 99.7 on the 4 hour, but it also tagged the 68.3 on the normal distribution on the daily. So that's what happened.
Okay.
And that was a good take profit area for anybody who was short the dollar.
Yeah, and like yesterday, here's the top of the weekly range. I mean, that is the third resistance level. This is what I love showing people, where I talk about these levels and they're just like, no, I don't know what this guy's talking about. He didn't know what he's talking about. But like me, yeah, personally, I'll ramble on forever. I have the VEPS. That's what everybody thinks. Immediately, it's just like, oh man, these guys, well, they're great. It's like, look, I'm just reading the indicators. That's all I'm doing. So you get the top, literally, on the weekly so far. The top is where at? Right at the top of this weekly volatility range. Where if I'm going to use terminology from like Keith, it's the top of a risk range on the weekly, right? It immediately pulls back to the top side of the 68.3. But the bulls are like, oh, no. The algos know where this daily range is going to be. So towards the end of the day, they slowly just walk it right back up. So you make sure to close above it. The bears run it down immediately. But it kicks up on the second standard deviation, first 4 hour candle. 90 or 68.3 Laplace on the second 4 hour candle. almost the first standard deviation on that 4 hour, then launches off of the bottom side of the 68.3, wick right to the top side of the 68.3 Laplace distribution range. So for anybody out there listening, watching live that doesn't think these algos are running these distribution levels, and that's what they're doing, just keep watching. We'll show you time after time after time after time after time after time, and again, wicks to the distribution levels, probabilities playing out, pullbacks, pumps. It's a no-brainer. It is a no-brainer. And like Yasha said, it's all volatility. It's all volatility. That's why there is a very low probability Bitcoin Sunday night, right? 5 p.m. when, or actually 8 p.m. when the market closes, that this data set is going to be above $30,590.50. Very low probability. That's why you're seeing this, right? We're just going sideways now. We are at the top of the range. If anything, we're going to come back and test these weekly resistance levels that are support now. And considering right here, the green line underneath that's the second resistance level on the weekly. It's the first support level on the daily. This is a good place to pull back to. Why else? First standard deviation to the downside as well. We're talking 29,660. So then I immediately go over here. Look at that. You got the wave trend.
That's what I was going to ask you to look at.
Yeah, wave trend crossing the fissure. Look right when it happened. Look at that 15-minute candle. Right to it, man. Right to it. And if you close a 15-minute candle, if this SPY closes, it's trying right now. Look for the 99 down here at 409.
Actually, I was going to ask you to look at that right now.
Yeah, this would be a no-brainer. So look, good trade.
A no-brainer.
Good trade.
I was kind of confused about what.
Dude, this was 3 trades. For an entry, here's what I would have done, right? We already talked about the first 2 trades. Those were no-brainers, quick little profit.
Yeah.
But then you're outside the power mean band, getting ready to do this cross. After I close that trade, I am down here right at the cross, probably buying a 410 put again. Boom, nailed it. But yes, this is what I'm looking for. Can it get below the 99? If this thing gets down to this 99, I'm going to be, what's the volatility? Right now, the volatility is contracting, positively correlated, right? Yeah, we had full expansion right here when the correlation broke. So you get the big down candle, and now it's walking down. So if this gets down, which it's there right now, right? If you close a 15-minute candle below here, we could drop a little bit more. That's when you got to use your workflow. Go up to the 33-minute and see where it's at. Because at some point, let's see. Let's see what's down here.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Because like on the 15-minute time frame, it can drop out to the downside. We've seen these moves. You can go above the power mean band, below the power mean band. You're always going to come back to it, though, because returns mean revert. And so when I see the 15-minute, I don't know why, I was probably just getting ready to populate. Look at that. Wick right to the 99, log MA. Right to it. Now it's pulling back up. Does that have to be the bottom on the 15? No, because look what's going on down here. Here's the wave trend on the 33, 408.85. 408. But there's 3 trades right out of the gate. Profit, profit, profit. Almost the same put, definitely the same 2 puts. Just crazy how good this stuff is when you learn how to read it, which you are picking it up just as quick as P-Funk did. There's no doubt about it. That's why we love when new people come in and ask questions. Any of you guys that are coming in, please. And if it's the English language, maybe it's a barrier or whatever, just type it. Type in the Alpha Voice chat or type it in the general chat. Ask questions, man. We are super friendly. Super friendly. You are going to get bombarded with answers because it bricks us up when people come in and want to learn the VEPS. This is why we do this. This is why we don't charge for education, because we get excited talking about this. Maybe you haven't noticed. We all get really excited to talk about the VEPS. Why? Because it works, man. Because it works. So that was the 15 and the 33. And the 15 minute hit the 99 log MA. Let's see where it's at on the 45.
And funny how I was going to ask you to look at this exact stuff before you check out. That's how you know something's something's clicking.
And then if you're on the 45-minute chart here, look at these candles. Look at this. How in the world are you trading this using lagging indicators? So on the 15-minute, you came down and tested on the 99 log MA. On the 45-minute, the wick went right to the 33 log MA. Let's go up to the 90. See where it hit. Maybe the 33 as well. If not, it probably dipped a little below the 9, or maybe it tagged the 9. Let's see. There's always something, man. That's why you have to have a workflow. And then you see, that was dead on too. It came down and nailed the 9. So you got the 15 nailing the 99 length, log MA. You got the 33 tagging the 33 log MA. And you got the 90-minute chart tagging the 9 MA. Right? Log moving averages. Not simple, not exponential, none of that foolishness that lags. Log return moving averages. I want somebody that uses traditional TA to load up those same time frames. Show me what you got. I just want to see it, man. I just want to see. All right. And you're back down in the power mean band. And there's the 33 power mean. But considering, once again, we're at the top of the range on the weekly. There's only downside here, in my opinion. Right? I'm not saying I wouldn't scalp to the top side, but if I'm scalping to the top side right now, risk off, man. Risk off 100%. My risk is on to downside because I have a suspicion that we're going to get down. We're going to get down to this second resistance level that is flipped support now. If it breaks there, you're going to see this down at the first resistance level that's flipped support now, 29, which would make a lot more sense. Because let's go.
Now, is the dollar showing the same thing on the other side? I mean, because I know you've been talking about that.
Yeah, here, so I'll go do it.
Kind of interested. It does look like it's got an inverse correlation somehow, but is it showing the same signs but just in the opposite direction right now?
Yeah,
I was trying to look at it, but
I'll pop it on. Look what just happened on the 4-hour on SPY. Right? Has this area been tested yet? Dude, I'm looking for SPY at this point to probably come down and test this 33 log MA. Right? Close to the cross here. Close to the cross. And now we're talking 402. I'm telling you right now, man, if I was putting in a trade right now, I'd probably go to tomorrow's expiration and I would probably buy a 403. I'd probably buy a 403. This whole week's just jacked for me. As soon as I get off stream, I'm just bam. Right? Got nice out. I mean, I got 12 acres of madness going on right now. Just shit I had a bunch of trees come down. I've got so much chainsaw work to do. It's unreal. I mean, I had some 80, 100-foot trees come down into each other, creating it's just a shit show out here, man. A literal shit show. My grass needs mowed. Oh, an old trick my grandpa taught me, right? You know, in the fall, everybody's getting, especially if you live in the middle of the woods, man. It's like the ticks. We've had 2 mild winters. The ticks this year the dogs are already getting them. They were getting them all winter. So they're going to be so bad. But a little trick my grandpa, he's, leave the leaves in the yard. I was like, why? He's like, because the ticks will make their way. They will get up underneath all of this leaf layer. They will lay there, right? They're not going to get that cold under there. And then when the heat starts kicking up, they are just going to attack. He said, leave the leaves out. And then in the spring, get the leaf blower out, clear the property. You're just blowing them all out into the outskirts of your property. He was a smart man because it works. It works indeed. I got done leaf blowing half the yard yesterday. I swear to God, I had 5. They had not got into me yet. I had 5 ticks crawling up my legs just from walking through the leaves and shit. It's crazy, man. Crazy little things you can do when you live in the boonies to control pests. Oh, let me see here. Yeah, let's go to the dollar. First, we're going to put it there. Then we're going to come over here. I'm going to flip this to the dollar because we want to see where are we, right? Because if BTC is at the top side of its range, where is the dollar? We literally, I just showed you. Let's see here. Because here's the weekly. Look at the rejections off of the bottom side of the weekly range. We just did this. First, second, third, fourth, fifth time was the charm. Here's the first support level on the weekly. So why Bitcoin has just run amok to the top side, the dollar's not even to its first support level yet. All right, and that's at 101.3. So it's totally not even close to being the same. That's why you talk about the bulls being in charge. Bitcoin, it is a no-brainer. The bulls are in control of that data set. Those bull algos are running rampant. So what am I looking for? I'm going to start looking for not like I'm looking for a trend change on high time frames, like weekly, monthly, bear div. It's just not there, man. I mean, this thing is running. And everybody's like, well, but is this the beginning of the bull run? That's the same question everybody always asks. People are asking when we jump from 15.5 back to 20. People ask me, should I buy Bitcoin? Well, I don't know if you should, but I am. 20K, should I buy Bitcoin? Well, I told you I was buying at like 16. I'm still buying at 25. Should I buy Bitcoin? Well, I don't know. I was buying at 16, remember? I mean, people are funny, man. People are funny. I don't give it financial advice. I'll tell you what I would do. And usually it's pretty spot on. Pretty spot on. That's why there wasn't too many alpha traders buying Bitcoin at $68,000, right? No, there wasn't at all. We know where we were at. Holy crap, man. That thing was topped out big time when you're looking at the VEPS. When you're looking at the VEPS. Okay. Where is the first standard deviation on the 4 hour? Down here at 101.48, 95 for Laplace, 101.4. And look where the second standard deviation on this new 4 hour candle is. Right at the first support level of the weekly range. And we're going to end on that. Let's see what happens the rest of the day. But I do see the dollar, considering it's below the 68.3 Laplace. Tried to dip below the first standard deviation. It popped. So we'll see. We will see what happens. Pop one more time here.
Thanks.
Yes, and yes. Let's see. Okay, there's a dollar popping. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. BTC probably going to have a pullback here, just like Solana. Now, Solana bounced right on the top side of the 68.3, right? That's where the algos, man, turned it on, right? Sell. Right to that distribution level. Coinbase dropping below its monthly level. Did that run up again, got up above it. This tight range is a magnet. Look at the daily, tight daily. Coinbase could, if Bitcoin pulls back here, Coinbase is going to drop. Coinbase probably be down here at the second support level, maybe 64, a little under $65 if it doesn't bounce on the 1SD on the daily. Crazy, man. Yeah, everything's starting to come back down. Everything's starting to come back down. Reason, I mean, the dollar found support on the 1SD. Whether or not this goes down, keep watching. Just keep watching. Because if it gets back up inside, you close 15-minute candles and it gets back up in the 68.3 Laplace distribution range, you're probably going to come back up to the weekly. Wouldn't doubt it at all. Right? And this is what happens when people don't take their profit. Even though, look at these three beautiful opening trades on SPY. Right? You're buying a put here. The gap up in the morning, it was right at the 68.3 Laplace. So, right, you're buying this 410 put down here. Then it turns around. You're up here at the 68.3. I'm pretty sure you guys are buying like 413s or whatever. Take your profit there, and then boom, turns back down, goes right back to the weekly range. Right? You could have bought a 410 again. Three quick little trades in literally the first hour and a half. First hour and a half in the market. I'm on the way to the golf course, man. I'm done. 3 winning trades early like that. I'm like, I'm not going to fuck this up. Bye. Let's go to the golf course. Good shit. Good shit, ladies and gentlemen. And let me pull back. Look at the dot. And here you go again. I don't care what the data set is. Look at the 99 log MA. All right. Look where the dollar pumped on the 4 hour. Where did it bounce off of? 33 power mean. Come on, you lag boys. Bring forth your indicators. Let me see your wicks right into one of your indicators like this. It's all the time, not just some of the times. Where do you not close a 15-minute candle or a 4-hour candle above? The 99 log MA. Why did this run up? Maybe because the Fisher was crossing it down. All right. Then you dump out where? Right to where the power means flipping bullish. Goes right back up to the wave trend. Now, look where it's at. This is why I'm like, this could be the bottom of the dollar today. We're on a 4-hour and this thing is way outside. There goes Big Dog. Barking at something. Let's see how far out it is on the 15-minute before we wrap this up. But look, trend was to the downside, right? The gig's up, man. This thing's already back in a random walk. And just reacquired the bottom of the power mean band. So where do I think this thing's heading? There's the reverse wave trend, 101.9. 101.9. Looky there. Where's that at? First support level on the daily volatility range. Dead on top of it. And right now, this new 4-hour candle, it's at the 95.4 Laplace. Do I think this is running there right now? Probably. Probably. You'll always hear me say probably. Why? Because it's all about probabilities. And there's the wave trend matching up with the first support level on the daily. This is what you're looking for. You're going through these different charts and you're looking for confluence of these areas because they are powerful, very powerful. And another thing I just noticed on the 15, right? You're not getting above this Fisher, right? Soon, this is another reason why. Woo! We get that dump out on the dollar. But here we go again. It doesn't matter what asset it is. It doesn't matter whether the data set's above the power mean band or below the power mean band. You are going to reacquire it. Why? Because returns mean revert. The price action's just following. That's all it's doing. When you understand that, dude, it's a whole new game. Whole new game. And we are significantly negatively correlated volatility contraction right now. That's why this thing is walking up. Walking. All right. That's going to be the end for sure. So keep tabs on this if you're intraday trading. A lot of good stuff happening.
Yeah, I guarantee you're going to see narrative pushers come along and say, it was a Bollinger Band move. It was a MA move. But it was surprising. Nobody expected it to happen that way. Really? Because like literally, you just saw why it was on the charts.
Yeah.
RMLR pointing down. Significantly, it was correlated to the downside. Direction predictably staying down. Returns oscillator was playing down a bear div on the 1 minute. Like everything was heading down on the 1 minute. It dollar dropped because of the VEPS. Period. End of story.
Right. Yeah, cool. Let's wrap it up. Then I'm going directly into the founders chat because I got a return from TradingView we need to talk about. Let's hammer this dude. They're on our side. They're literally on our side. I've never seen this much of a positive. Yeah, they need proof. We got it. All right. I'm too much of a. I'm on the short bus for some reason, trying to figure out how to send them screenshots in the chat. They even told me how, and I can't figure it out. I'm a little embarrassed about that, but I can usually figure that shit out. So I'll log out. Maybe you can log in, Yasha, and see if you can figure it out. Send them screenshots. That's all they want. That's what they're telling us right now. We just haven't shown them enough. They believe us. They're like, I'm sorry you have to experience this. They appreciate us streaming. And if you can give us more information, they're going to take care of it. We got it. This dude's in trouble.
They log in. I'll tell you what to do exactly. It's easy.
Yep.
They logged in.
Okay. So guys, yep, I'm going to come right over in the chat. So we gave a good analysis today, literally with the VEPS, showed you exactly what's going on in the markets. We're going to get back at it tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do believe that was the low for the dollar on the day. So in Bitcoin, we already know top of the weekly range. So if I was literally buying Bitcoin right now as an investor, I don't care what the price is, right? But for all you swing traders out there that just love to swing trade volatility, if you're in a trade right now and you're bullish, take your profit. Thank me later. That's all I can say. If you have not taken your profit already on Bitcoin on a swing trade, Don't get wrecked. Don't give money back to these algos. This is what this is all about. Keeping your profit. Take it. And with that being said, wherever you live at on this big, beautiful blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Alpha Trading out.